Hi! So today is my special edition video and I'm going to be doing tips and things for new 7th graders. So it's a little bit early, we have like a month, 2 months, no. My countdown says 8 weeks, but I'm just going to say a month till school starts. So I guess it's kind of early, kind of not early, it just depends on who you are, but I'm going to be doing a video for that. This will include some questions that I did ask. Some of my friends who are going into 7th grade, they had some questions, so I'm going to be answering those in here. I will also be giving you some tips and some first day basics. So I'm hoping this won't be too long, but I'm just going to keep it going and hope that it doesn't take too long. So I guess I'll start with the first day basics. So on the first day, you're just going to go in. It would be just like any other first day of school. So like, you know, like you go to find your classroom. So basically you'll start with that. So you find your classroom, you already know what it is. So you just go to your homeroom, you look for the numbers, and sometimes the teacher's name will be on the door, but it just depends. And your teacher will probably be standing outside the room. There will be people to help you if you can't find where you're supposed to be going. All the teachers are really nice and they will help you if you are lost, so don't worry about that. When you do find your room, they'll probably tell you what to do. So mine just told me to go and find your name. And then when you finally find your name, you sit down in your desk, obviously. And you put your stuff down. I just put my book bag on the back of my chair, but whatever. And then you have a whole bunch of stuff. You'll have important papers that you'll need. Stuff like you'll take home to your parents and stuff, like papers they need to sign. But you usually get all of that like when you start class. But it'll have your locker combination, your schedule. That's an important one. And just a whole bunch of other papers that you'll need. So your locker combination is just, I wish I had my locker combination, but maybe I'll add that into another video. I'll just like add it as like a bonus. But yeah, you'll have your locker combination and your schedule. Your schedule you'll probably look at and be like, oh my god, if you already know how to read a schedule, it won't be a big deal, but it'll look really confusing. It has like all these numbers and words and things on it and stuff you probably won't understand. But they'll go over it, and because they'll come in and then like talk to you for like an hour, and you sit there and you literally just listen to stuff, and they'll explain like how to do your combination. It'll say you like turn it right like twice, and then you stop at your first number, and then you turn it left, stop at your number, and then you turn it right again, and then you obviously will open it if you put it incorrectly. I said typed. If you put it incorrectly, it will open unless you get the stubborn locker that sticks. Mine didn't do that, and I actually got it like in my second or first try, I don't remember, but it was actually pretty easy. But they'll let you go out to your locker and actually practice. They let you do it a couple times. And if you can't get it, they definitely will help you. You just have to ask. And yeah, so then you basically just follow your schedule and you go to all of your classes and they just go over all their rules, and it's pretty simple and it's pretty laid back, and it's actually not as stressful as you might think it would be. They pretty much go over everything and you will not be confused. Oh, and when you also go out to your locker for your combination, you'll be allowed to put your stuff in there, so you don't have to like carry around your book bag all day, because obviously you're not allowed to do that anyway if you read the handbook. But that made me sound like a nerd that I like read the handbook, but I don't actually read the handbook, but it's in there if you ever look through. It would look gross. I got a shower already, so then you just go to all your classes. For your 8th period, you probably will end up in your homeroom. I don't know what they do. They did a whole bunch of different stuff, but you were definitely with your 8th period. I mean, your homeroom for 8th period. Your 3rd period teacher will always be your homeroom teacher. So my 3rd period was language arts because my teacher taught language arts. If you have like social studies teacher, you start with social studies, math. I would not like math in the morning, just saying. But basically your schedule, you have gym twice a week and health twice a week. You either have Monday, Tuesday gym or Tuesday, Wednesday gym. Depending on your gym schedule, that will determine your SMART, and SMART is basically homework that you didn't do. So I had SMART on Monday, then I had Tuesday, Wednesday gym, Thursday, Friday is, no, wait, yeah. Thursday, Friday was your health classes. That's everybody's health class, obviously. And what else? If you have Monday, Tuesday gym, then your smart is on Wednesday. Monday, Tuesday gym is definitely the best because you miss a lot of Mondays, then you only have gym class like once a week, which is really great. I had Tuesday, Wednesday, so that was not really helpful to me, but especially with this past winter, they missed a lot of gym for Monday, Tuesday gym. But that's pretty much your whole schedule and your like first day basics and everything. Don't worry about the first day. They don't actually make you take gym. You get out of everything the first week. You'll go to your encore. First and second period. Let me go over that. First and second, you'll either have first period encore, second period like your gym or your health or your smart, or you'll have first period smart, gym, or health, and second period encore. I had first period was my gym, my health, or my smart, and my second period was my encore, which I liked because you went from something exciting to your classes. So third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, and eighth would be your classes. Sixth period is split up into 3 sections because of lunch. So 6A is like first 20 minutes of class, 6B is lunch, and 6C is the rest of class, and then bell rings for 7th, obviously. But that is pretty much the whole schedule and first day basics. So this is my tips for new 7th graders. One is stay out of drama. Stay out of drama because if you get into drama, your year will suck. I know from some of my friends who got into drama, I didn't get into drama, so my year was actually pretty great, and I got a lot of stuff accomplished and stuff like that. And you will succeed then if you stay out of the drama. I mean, I know it can be tempting sometimes, and I would get myself in a brief drama, but it wouldn't be like big drama that would like get you end up in the principal's office and stuff like that. So just stay out of it. It depends on who you hang out with for that kind of stuff, but if there's no reason to even get into it. Number 2, get enough stuff out of your locker for 2 periods. So what I mean by that is, what I did was I went to 3rd period. I just got my stuff for that because my locker was right there. And I would just go to 3rd period, I would go to my locker, grab my stuff for 3rd period, go to class. When the bell would ring, I would go back out to my locker, grab my social studies and reading. This is what I mean by grab 2 things, enough stuff for 2 periods. So I would cover 4th and 5th period. Then I would go back down to my locker, get my 6th period stuff. Because it's so split up, it wouldn't make sense to get your math. Well, your 7th period stuff, but for me it was math. And then I would just grab my 6th period stuff, go to that, and then I'd bring my lunch with me because lunch. And then after lunch I would go to my locker and put my lunchbox in there. Sometimes I would grab my textbook for math because it was heavy, but usually I wouldn't because I wouldn't remember. Then I would just go back to my 6th period class, come back down, get my 7th, and just go to 7th period, which was math. But you can do it any way you want, but that's just what I did. So I only really did it once to get 2 things, but yeah. Tip 3, make sure you study because your grades will go down if you don't, because some of the tests can be really hard. I especially know from Mr. Fenton's social studies class and science class, if you didn't study, your grade wouldn't be that good if you didn't study. Some of the stuff was really hard. And I didn't study a few times and it didn't work out very well for me, but sometimes you can wing it and do pretty good, but it just depends on if you're that type of person. 4, memorize your schedule and locker combination. I know that seems really basic, but it's really important. You can't just live off of looking at a piece of paper the whole year because that's not going to help you and you're going to waste time and you don't want to do that. I memorized my schedule and I have really bad memory. I memorized my schedule within the first week, which was only 4 days because, you know, at least the stupid split up thing. And then I memorized my locker combination within like 2 or 3 days. It was really easy because it's only a couple numbers. It's like a 6-digit combination, so it's really easy to memorize. So that's one of the biggest things. 5, stay organized. Keep your locker organized, keep your binders organized, folders, whatever you have. Keep it organized because otherwise you'll end up forgetting stuff for class and you'll just get in trouble and it won't be good. So I suggest staying organized. You can get like little locker shelves for your locker, other things to organize it. Binders are a good thing to use to keep everything organized, because a lot of teachers put those 3-hole punch in there and then you just put it right in your binder. 6 is take your textbook to class every day, even if you think you won't need it, because sometimes the teachers they'll bring it up and then you'll need it and then you'll be screwed. So just make sure you bring it, because you never know when you'll need it. Number 7. Don't waste your time talking to your friends between classes. This used to annoy me. People would stand and talk to their friends at their lockers, and then they would get in my way when I was trying to go down the hallway. And I was like, I'm trying to get to my class. Just because you want to be late doesn't mean I want to be late. So just don't do that, because you're going to be late, and your teachers sometimes give you attitude if you're late, and it's really embarrassing, because they'll be like, put your planner on my desk so I can give you a check mark. And it's not a check mark. Mark in your thing. And I'm like, oh my god, that's so embarrassing. So just don't be late. Number 8, go to the bathroom either between classes, ask right when you get into class, or during lunch or encore, because a lot of teachers don't let you go to the bathroom and you don't want to be late to class, so that's why I don't like the in-between class thing. But just ask right when you get in, and then they can't mark you late because you're already there. Number 9, always close your locker, because otherwise people will steal your stuff. There's a certain teacher who will go into your locker and take your stuff, and then you have a hard time to get it back. And I don't know why you wouldn't want to close your locker anyway. Your phone's in there, so it just doesn't make sense. And number 10, don't preset your locker, because people will just come. Some kids go down the hallway and just open up your locker and shut it anyway, so you're wasting your time before you get to class to preset it, and then you end up having to put combination in anyway. So that. We're at 11 minutes already, and I still need to answer questions, so sorry if this is really long, but I hope you guys still watch it. Alright, so I have 17 questions from my friends, and basically I'm just going to read them off and answer them. So number 1 was from Haley. She asked, are the teachers mean? This is like an opinionated question, but no, they aren't really mean. There's certain ones who have an attitude, but if you stay on their good side and you don't misbehave, then they can all be really nice and helpful. Number 2 is from Kyla. She asked, is the work hard? It can be at times. It gets harder at the end of the school year, but because they try to prep you for 8th grade. But most of the time, it isn't really that hard, as long as you apply yourself and work as hard as you possibly can and try your best. I know that sounds like all inspirational and stuff, but really that's the key to getting through 7th grade. Number 3 was also from Kyla. She said, she asked, are the lockers confusing? Not really once you get the hang of it, unless you are really bad with it or your locker sticks, but that doesn't really happen that often. And to be honest, they are really basic. They aren't that hard at all. If I can do it, so can you. Number 4 is from Jazzy. She asked, are the teachers nice? No. They aren't. Are the teachers nice? They are nice. Sorry, I said no. I don't know why I just said that. They are nice. Some of them have attitudes, like I said, for number 1. But, you know, it's just basic. Teachers, you know, all of them have attitudes in some type of way. So, you know, that's just how it is. Especially if you take them off. 5 was from Brielle. She asked, isn't it true that Mr. Brady flirts with the assistant teacher who wears a lot of bronzer? I didn't have him at all, but I did notice, I did see him. I don't think he really flirted with her, because he has 4 kids and he has a wife, so I honestly don't think he was. It might seem like it, because I think they're really close friends, but I honestly don't think they flirt. Number 6 was also from Brielle. She asked, does he have mood swings? True or false? Also, like I said, I did not have him as a teacher, but it did seem like it kind of, because he would be yelling and then he'd be in a really happy mood. I think it just might be his personality, but I'm not really sure. Number 7 was from Haley. She asked, can you decorate your locker, or does it have to be all for your books? You are allowed to decorate your locker. You're allowed to put whatever you want in there, as long as you're not ruining the locker. People put locker shelves in there, like the locker rugs, chandeliers, mirrors, little pencil holder things. You can basically put whatever you want as long as you are not ruining your locker. As long as you put your books in your book bag and main stuff in there first, and then you're allowed to do whatever you want. Number 8 was from Mac. She asked, how are the lockers arranged? By last name, or question mark. That's how it was worded. They are, so your homeroom, there's like a set of lockers close to your homeroom, and that's basically where they are, but it's alphabetized by last name for your homeroom. So you won't be mixed with like everybody in the grade, but it's just mainly from your homeroom. So that's how it works. Unless you have like the middle lockers, then you're mixed with like different homerooms, but it's mainly grouped by your homeroom last name. 9 was from Soraya. She asked, how are the teachers? I feel like I learned a lot from them this year. I didn't really like my math teacher too much because I feel like she didn't, like I was in pre-algebra and it takes me a little bit to comprehend some of the math. But, so she didn't really teach us some things very well, but most of the teachers are actually really good at their job. I mean, they're all good at their job, but some of them do a better job than others. But I liked my teachers. Number 10 was from Kyla. She asked, is the work harder than 6th grade? Kind of already answered this question, but of course it's going to be a little bit harder, but it's 7th grade, you're moving up, and it's kind of like 6th grade in the beginning, but like I said, it gets a little bit harder near the end of the school year because they're prepping you for 8th grade. You definitely have a lot more reading to do, depending on who you get. Number 11 from Haley. She asked, is there a lot of drama? Depending on who you hang out with, yes. It's mainly always about boys or fake friendships and thoughts, I guess you could say. Always between the girls. It can get really serious, and there's a lot of people who end up in the principal's office about stuff like that. Like I said, I was never in a lot of drama, so it's kind of hard for me to say, because you kind of have to when you get into these grades, you have to learn to remove yourself away from people who are causing you drama or unneeded stress to school. School's already stressful enough, so you really don't need to be hanging out with people who are adding more stress to your life. That's just a tip and a little bit of opinion from me. This is like straight from my heart. I really don't want you guys to get into drama because it really can just mess up your year, and it can really scar you from your grade. You're supposed to enjoy middle school before it gets really hard and you have all the different tests and stuff. So I really just want you guys to like not get in the drama because it's not fun and it can just be a headache. Number 12 is from Brielle. She asked, does every teacher make you do 8th period work? Depends on the teacher. My teacher didn't. She just let us do homework because she was really laid back and she was a newer teacher, and I actually really liked her. So I suggest Mrs. Cunningham because she was like one of my favorite teachers that I had. She was really nice, and she pretty much let you do whatever you want as long as you weren't messing around like a baby. 13 was from Haley. She asked, can you chew gum? A lot of teachers say you can chew gum as long as I don't see you or hear it. But if they notice that it's starting to be put under the desks or like thrown on the ground, they will sometimes start to ban it and tell you to spit it out. But a lot of teachers let you chew gum as long as you're not using it in inappropriate ways. 14 was from Kyla. It's like a true or false. Somebody told me you can sit wherever you want for lunch. Is it true? Yes, but you are allowed to sit wherever you want for lunch for the whole year unless people ruin it, which some people did. And we ended up having homeroom seating twice. We had it once, and then they gave us free seating back, and then they took it away and gave us homeroom seating for the rest of the year. But on the last day of school, we got to sit with whoever we wanted to, so that was nice. Number 15 was from Haley. She asked, should I be scared or worried about anything? Honestly, no. If you've watched this video a couple times and you just think about all the positive things about 7th grade, there's really not much left to worry about. I pretty much cover everything. If you're ever like worried about anything like before the first day of school or the week before, I can always answer your questions. You know how to reach me. You can text me, kick me, DM me, whatever you need to do. Even leave comments down here and I will make sure I check them and answer them. But if you have any like worries at all, I think I may actually make an email just for this so you guys can email me. But if you guys have any questions at all or any worries that I might not have covered on this video, please feel free to contact me and I will make sure that you have nothing to worry about for 7th grade, because I know that I was really worried and I didn't really have anybody to ask about this. So I'm really glad that I'm finally doing this for you guys, and I hope you find it helpful. Number 16 was from Shania. She asked, how do you remember your locker combination? Basically just your brain. There really isn't any way to memorize it. I don't really think. I mean, I guess you could look at it a couple times, but after you do it a couple times, it just kind of goes into your muscle memory, and you just kind of put it in. After Christmas break, I was like a little bit confused about what it was, but if you keep the paper, I kept mine in the back of my folder. That way if I ever forgot what it was, I could just pull it out, and teachers have it too, so if you ever seriously can't remember it and you lost your paper, they can just give it to you. And last one was from Brody, number 17. She asked, how much time do you have to get your stuff for the next period? You get 3 minutes. That's plenty of time for me, and I'm really slow. I mean, sometimes I was running down the hallway, but that barely happened. Like, it was only if the teachers kept the whole class behind, or just personally you. But I hated when the teachers kept us behind, but because you only get 3 minutes, and they want you to use the bathroom in between classes, like, okay. But yeah, 3 minutes. Okay, so that's pretty much everything that I wanted to go over. I hope you guys found this video really helpful. I think I recorded another video that I might post like this Friday or this weekend or sometime this week again, because I like to just pre-record stuff. That way if I don't have time to actually record one, I can just post it and it's not a big deal if I don't get to post one. Sorry this took me a while to actually upload and you know, put together. I've been really busy with swimming and swim meets and everything, so I haven't really had time to do any of this stuff, but I finally got it up now, and I hope you guys really like this video, and I hope you find it helpful. And what was I going to say? I hope you guys do not get scared or worried at all, because 7th grade is actually really a breeze, and it's not as scary as you think. You're just changing classes, and you're really in the same hallway all day. So it's kind of like 6th grade, but with more excitement, and your day goes a lot faster. Trust me. So thank you again to anybody who gave me questions, and I'm sorry. Like I said, I'm sorry that it took me so long to get it uploaded, but I've been really busy. But I finally have it now, so like I said earlier for the last question, if you have any questions or worries, feel free to comment on here, kick me, DM me, text me, however you can reach me, just ask me, and I would love to answer your questions. Like I said, I think I'm going to make just another email for just this YouTube account, so that way you guys can reach me whenever you want. And I think that's all. So I will be posting, I think it's a haul, it's a 5 Below haul. I think I'll post that this weekend. And I hope you guys are enjoying your summer, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, lovelies.